Alright, so this is going to be a build for the transport heists, excluding the train heist, mainly because it doesn't follow the same rules as the other heist, like underpass and harbour, blah blah blah, those type of ones. It's a different heist and obviously can be stealth. So for those other 4 missions, this is what this build is specifically going to be for. So basically, to just give myself a better chance of survival, we're going to be using Stoic, because I'd rather not die, or at least die a lot while we're trying to do this. So let me go into the skills straight away before I talk over anything else. So to start off, we're going to get up to Inspire, we're going to have first aid kits. Obviously it's a very common route to take when using Stoic. But we are only going to be bringing 7 first aid kits because it's going to be our secondary item, it's not going to be our primary equipment. Obviously this should already be mandatory as well. These entire 2 pages should be mandatory for someone using Stoic, so I won't go too much into them. Now coming on to the Enforcer skill tree, we have Underdog Basic, just a little bit of extra damage. It's not going to be a massive help, but it's, you know, it's just an extra point we can put into something. Now we are actually using, let me go back, we are actually using the CTV, we're not going to use the ICTV just to save on points. So to get up to it, we want the Iron Man for the extra 30%. This will give us like an extra 40 health, which, you know, it's just nice to have, it increases our survivability. So obviously to get up to that, we have to waste 4 points here. Shotgun Orb isn't really useful because we're using the Dragon's Breath shotgun. So it's not really useful, Bullseye isn't useful, blah blah blah, this Ace isn't useful. This is just purely to ensure getting up to Iron Man Ace so we can get the extra little bit of armour. And obviously Transporter, throw bags and decrease bag movement, pretty useful for this map where you're going to be moving bags. So Resilience, Die Hard, the basics pretty nice. If you do have to fix a drill, 50% reduced damage is pretty nice. Now this is where the build gets interesting because it's a transport heist. Third law, eco sentry, none of these are important, it's just jack of all trades we want. Obviously we want 2 deployables. Now we're going to have maximum drill skills, which means the drill skill time is going to be reduced by 30, the maximum it can be. We're going to have 30% of a chance of getting the drill to automatically restart, which is handy because on maps like this you'd rather have the drills restart, which is very very useful to have. Running out in the open with like a million enemies having to fix a drill is not ideal. And we also have Kickstarter, so when they do break, we could just melee, get lucky, and there you go, they kick off again, which is good. So we're going to be going with maximum drill skills on this build. Now we're going to have more firepower basic. The reason is we would have 3 shape charges and you need 4 to open a truck. Now obviously one person can only carry 6, which is 1.5 trucks, and if the other 3 players do not bring anything like this, like a build like this, you're just wasting 2 more trip mines on a truck or shape charges on a truck. That it's useless. So getting it basic will give you 4, which is the maximum you need for 1 truck. So get more firepower, but only get it basic. You do not need the aced. 4 is the total you will have when you get this, and that'll be enough for 1 truck. Then we have duck and cover basic, a parkour just for a bit of extra speed because we are using kind of heavy armor, and 9 lives is going to be aced obviously because we want an extra down. We're using Stoic, so probably won't go down anyway, but even if you do, it's an extra down to work with. So onto the weapons. So obviously playing with this build, your main job is to do the objective as quick as possible and get the mission almost over as quick as possible. So we're going to be very very weak when it comes to killing. So we're going to have a total ammo boost. This will just give you an extra, maybe a couple of hits. It'll probably get 1 extra deposit box open. We're going to have the fast motor because obviously we don't need it for stealth, and we're going to have the durable blade. Now the reason between the blades is the damage with the sharp blade, it's not enough to 1 tap. It's not enough to open in 1 tap unless you get skills for it. So both of these will work with 2 taps. So what would you rather have? An extra blade with like an extra 5-6 deposit boxes capable of being opened, or not that, you know? So go with the durable blade. It'll still only take 2 taps. And for the secondary weapon, this is subjective. People can choose what they want as the secondary weapon. Since we don't have any skills on any weapons, we want something that can just at least stun and maybe kill occasionally. And the best weapon for that would be the Grim Shotgun. I understand people might want to use something like the Locomotive or something else, but we don't even have any shotgun skills like reloads. So the Locomotive, as an example, will have a really really long reload. You could use the Judge if you want. I suppose the Judge is a good alternative, but I prefer to kind of spam the Grim. So for this, you want it modded for high concealment because concealment doesn't mean anything right now. So Dragon's Breath round, Shark Teeth nozzle for more damage, less accuracy, more stability, pretty much perfect. More stability, auto fire, we don't have the foregrip because it'll lose some stability. You might still put an LED combo on, why not? The extra magazine to boost you up to 12 rather than 8, which is handy considering we don't have, I think it's run and gun aced, so it's pretty nice. And a sight if you prefer, but I don't prefer a sight on my Grim. So yeah, it's going to be the CTV, the saw with a lot of ammo on it, a Grim shotgun for stunning enemies. Now you're only going to kill probably shields and regular enemies with this. When it comes to specials, you're probably going to struggle to kill them, and when it comes to a bulldozer, you have no chance. So you are not the guy that's going to be doing killing with this build. You better hope that your teammates do the killing for you. You're going to be the guy that's going to be rushing the objective. So if you get left to kind of the clutch or something, you know, good luck with it. The buzzer just for stunning enemies so we can take hostages, because we do want hostages with Stoic. So the equipment, since we have Jack of all trades, you're going to have the trip mines as the primary and the ship charge. This will give us 4. It'll allow us to get 1 truck open instantly, which is obviously ideal. Then you want to quickly set drills up on the other trucks, which, you know, you'll be in a really good position already then. And obviously we have 7 first aid kits. 7 should be enough to last on a transport heist, especially the fact that we can get stuff done pretty fast. 7 should be enough to last you. So you have all the skills to make sure you have 14, but since it's a secondary item, it will only give you 7. So that's how we're going to be setting up. And you already know we're using Stoic and the skills. So that's pretty much the build that I would recommend using if somebody is struggling with the transport heist, or if somebody enjoys playing them. This is a build that's actually pretty good. So I'll actually show you, as you can see, at least on death sentence, I don't have a lot of time on these maps. I did have save data that I lost like a couple of years ago, and I did used to play them a good amount, so I played them more than 4 times here, probably a lot more considering my total time. So like 4 on Crossroads, 3 on Downtown, 2 on Harbour, 5 on Park, and 3 on Underpass. So heists that don't particularly get played a hell of a lot, but they're not exactly the most fun heist in my opinion, but obviously people might need to beat them for certain things, you know, I don't know, like achievements or whatever. So if you're just looking for a build that can help you get through easy, I would recommend going for this build. So we're going to be playing Transport Downtown, so I will see you guys there. Alright, so Transport Downtown. Probably not the most difficult mission, but not the easiest. I'd say Harbour is probably the easiest. Maybe Crossroads could be potentially considered as the most difficult, maybe. So we've got the saw, the Grim shotgun with the Dragon's Breath, the buzzer, trip mine, shape charges and first aid kits, the CTV and the hip flask. So let's do this. So usually I recommend getting hostages with a build with like Stoic and Kingpin, stuff where you've got like, you know, hostage taker aced and the jokers. I wouldn't recommend it on this mission, on this build. I'd recommend just focusing on getting the stuff set up as soon as possible. Like this as an example. Just focus on getting the objective set up, then you can start getting your hostages in a minute. Okay. Fuck no. Before we start doing that, let me just set the other drills up. Damn, they hit that. Where is this guy? So yeah, now if you can, try and get some hostages quick, because when all these guys turn up in a minute, it's gonna be hell. They are gonna be all over you like crazy. Oh, here you go. So I'm gonna get this guy. Oh, I was trying to get this guy. Come on, let me get one of these guys, please. I only need one, let me get one. Okay, good. Kickstarter? Nope, not this time. But yeah, make sure you've swapped now so you've got your first aid kits, so you can put one down and you don't try and put a trip mine down and end up dying. And also sometimes you'll hear Bane say, hey, it's the chopper coming, or oh, somebody's coming with the van, blah blah blah. He didn't say it on this occasion. Sometimes if you're doing another thing at the same time he tries to say it, he won't end up actually saying it because, you know, you've kind of overrid one of his voice lines kind of thing. So what is it? Oh, it's the helicopter. Okay, so it's the helicopter. So it's money, it's not the heaviest thing like gold, it's not the lightest thing like jewelry. Money is just kind of in the middle. So I'm going to wait for them drills. I'm not going to go and fix them because we have Kickstarter, which will give us a chance when we finally go over them. And we've also got the self-restarting drills, which I'm kind of hoping they will do. But even if they don't, we've got a chance at Kickstarter. So by the time we do these, all drills could be fixed. And even if they're not, we've still got a 50% chance to get them automatically started anyway. And even if not, then at least we can fix them, you know, in 7.5 seconds rather than 10. So it shouldn't be too bad. But before all the enemies spawn up here, because they do spawn up here like crazy, I want to get all the loots. I want to get at least these 3 in, so I can then just focus on the last 2, or maybe more, depending if we get more. So let me see. I can't really see. One of them, I did hear 2 drills break, and the fact one of them, the fact one of them is working means that one of them does have Kickstarter actively working, which is good. So that one that's got Kickstarter active, it will always finish by itself. When one of them repairs itself, it will repair itself every single time. So you never have to fix that drill. Just leave it and it'll eventually open the truck by itself. So we got 3. But like I said, with this build, we're not exactly designed for killing. Oh, when bulldozers start chasing you, that's when shit gets bad. Because, like I said, we don't have weapons or builds for killing. Oh my god, let me down. Let me down. Oh my god, get out of the way. Let me down. So yeah, it's kind of one of them situations where you're kind of hoping on your teammates to kill. Like if I'm playing with humans in this instance. God, man, what is with all the bulldozers? That's at least 3. So I'm just gonna get out of here if I can. So this one didn't fix Kickstarter. Okay, Kickstarter win. This is already the one that we've opened, and there's another bulldozer I can hear. And here's the other one that did have an auto restarting drill, and as you can see, it finished by itself. Okay, just get some health back. Oh, well, not when they're shooting me from both sides. So I would like my AI. Where's my AI? Stay still 1 second. Don't move. Oh come on! Why doesn't that go on his back? Come on. Now this way you gotta be careful because as you can see there's no cover. Like even in the cover we're in, we're still getting shot through gaps and the snipers and everything. Okay. So this is 6 bags in total. Sangres, hold on. Sangres. Okay, so I just want to give the bags to the AI. Well, at least 2. And now I want them to move. No, don't back up. Sangres, okay. So now this is 6 bags, we only need 5, but this is obviously going to be 6. So yeah, that's what I mean. These missions, you can beat them pretty fast. Like if you've got a good team as well that's organised and coordinated and you've got this type of setup and stuff, you can beat them within like 2-3 minutes, depending on how long it takes for the van or the chopper to come. You can beat them within like, you know, 5 minutes most of the time. And this is where it's kind of handy for me to actually have a Grim that's Dragon's Breath, because it'll allow me to get rid of shields. Just gonna use a first aid kit, but don't forget you've only got 7, so try and be a bit careful with your first aid kits. Throw that on. Who else am I waiting for? Come on, John. Sangres. I know you've got bags, but come on. Especially you, Sangres. Come on. Give me that bag. Oh, that's nice. He might just be a little bit too far away. Okay. We got 1 more bag, but who's got the bag and where that? John Wick, okay. So yeah, this is a build that, in my opinion, just if you're looking to get through these missions, either for achievements or you just want to beat them 1 or 2 times, or maybe they're even like your favourite heist and you enjoy playing them a lot. This is a build that I would recommend using. I would recommend trying. Definitely makes getting through them a lot faster, a lot easier, a lot less stressful. So yeah, that's it guys. Why am I going the wrong way? So yeah, GG, good job. Highest body count 3. That's what I mean with this build. You're not designed for killing, you're designed for forcing the objective. We don't have basically anything for killing. Your teammates need to do the killing, you're purely the utility guy to get you through the heist. So yeah, that's the build that I'd probably recommend using or trying out for those who are looking to play the transport heist, or at least just want to beat them once or twice so you enjoy playing them regularly, whatever. This is a build that actually will hold up pretty well, and you've got good survivability with Stoic as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed, I hope you liked. If you play the transport heist, maybe give it a try and see how it is. So thanks for watching guys, have a good day, and I will see you guys later. Bye!